want to welcome all of you and thank you for your company in whichever part of the world you're from. Thank you for joining us, because today we begin a series over the next year which will end in the power of vision in October of 2023. 25 years ago, July 1997, in the halls of the Haggai Institute in Maui, I was challenged by a man of God, the late Dr. John Haggai, and he said these words. He said, "Charles, attempt something so great for God that it is doomed to fail unless God be in it." And I went up to my room, and this was on the 31st of July, and I wrote these words, that there will be a meeting of God's people 4 years ahead in the year 2001, in July from the 25th to the 27th, and they will meet here, right here in Kota Kinabalu, Sabah, Malaysia. And it happened. On that day, from 36 nations, 850 leaders gathered here in Kota Kinabalu. The power of vision. You know why it happened? Because it was rooted in the Word of God. The prophet Amos is a man of vision, and God spoke to him through visions. 2 years before the earthquake that hit the nation of Israel at the time of King Uzziah. And God warned him, and he gave him a vision. In Amos, in chapter 8, verse 1, he asked Amos, he said, "What do you see, Amos?" And Amos said, "I see a basket of summer fruit." And that was a warning that there was destruction coming to the people of Israel. And so APCOD, the first Asia Pacific consultation on discipleship, was launched on a vision on July the 25th, 2001, nearly 20 over years ago. And it is because of this man Amos in chapter 8, in verses 10, 11, and 12, there was a promise from God. It was a declaration from the sovereign Lord that warned that there will be a famine coming to God's people, a famine to the land, not a famine of water, not a famine of food, but a famine of hearing the words of the Lord. And just recently, in April of this year, again, there was a birth of the first Asia Pacific consultation on marketplace mindfulness, APCOM, again rooted in the Word of God. In Isaiah, in chapter 46, in verses 8 to 10, what does the Lord say? He says to his people, to the prophet, "Fix it in your mind, mindfulness. Take it to your heart." That is the manifestation of bearing fruit to God. And so, friends, today we're talking about the power of vision. If that power of vision is not rooted in the Word of God, then there will be people who will perish. There will be spiritual death. You know, a lot of people quote these words. You know, they say without a vision, the people will perish. But they never say the second half. But it is those who keep the law of this sovereign God. So I'm delighted, and I want to welcome you that as we inaugurate this series of plenary lectures on focusing on the mind manifest, where there is mindfulness and manifestation, both of these are required in order to live the abundant life.